Hey guys, Russ at Redline Power Sports in Waukesha. Been meaning to do a video on this for a while. A lot of people ask me about steering neck bearings, and usually it's pretty hard in a video to explain what goes wrong in them, but they actually get like a notch in the bearing. I've got two bikes here that are in for the same job. This one I already have the bearings out. That's the races of each one, and then the top and bottom bearing. They actually look fine, but the problem becomes there's a little notch that you can't really see in a video that is in the noon and 6 o'clock position as it is in the bike, and it's in the top and the bottom. And it gets a notch in there, and then the steering becomes hard to come off center. And what I mean by that is this little illustration will show you. When you go to turn one way, and then you can see with one finger, I'm gonna push it back, and it will literally snap into place. That's your detent that I was just referring to. This causes a big problem when you're trying to steer smoothly through a corner, and a lot of times it'll actually feel like a problem with the back end of the bike. A lot of problems transfer through the chassis and make it feel like a problem with the back of the bike when in fact it's a problem in the front. This one is excessively bad, and even this customer didn't really understand what I was getting at with the steering neck being bad, but you can see this bike just does not want to come off center. I'm barely touching this, and it just snaps right to center. And so the bike wants to go in a straight line, and anytime you want to curve around a corner, the bike doesn't want to follow. It should be smooth. The bike should be, smooth side to side. This is also very hard to feel on the ground when the steering neck is loaded. It's almost impossible to tell. I've ridden thousands of bikes, and I can actually tell, in a matter of seconds of riding it. And so it gives me the inkling to jack it up and then actually check the bearing. So you have to have the front wheel off the ground in order to check this properly. And then also, if they're bad enough, you'll get like on back and forth motion knocking with the front wheel on. You can kind of pull on the front wheel and you'll feel the knock back and forth. So if this answers some questions for you, I can't, due to insurance, show you how to do the actual steering neck bearings, but these are the bearings that you're going to replace. And I also recommend what comes factory, put in. I'm not a big fan of the taper bearings unless they come factory. A lot of Harleys come with the factory taper bearings, but they call them either angular or radial bearing. These are what you want to put in. They just are smoother, easier to torque, less problems in the long run. Hope that helps you guys. If you got questions, shoot us a message in the links below, or give us a call at the shop. And it's redlineps.com, and again, Russ at Redline Power Sports in Waukesha. Thanks, appreciate it. See you guys.